Oh my God. Good morning, my people. Look, I feel like a giant today. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Freedom Day to all my brothers and sisters out there. And happy Father's Day to all of you. So I feel like a giant today. This is just a perfect day for me. But we got to talk about Beterbiev last night. I mean, look, I woke up thinking about how fantastic this man looked last night, how scary this man looked last night, and that's the Black Two Sugars. The fact that this man went from Rocky Marciano to Cassius Clay last night. When I thought of Beterbiev, I thought of a guy that reminded me very much, okay, this is how Rocky Marciano was probably looking. Right? This is kind of how he walked down his victims. This is the type of punches he throw, the type of timing he had. Not the fastest fighter in the world, but the timing was good. Every shot was meaningful. He went from that to being on his toes when the first bell rang, knocking down Joe Smith, backing up, pull counters. Artur Beterbiev looked frightening last night, and knocked out Joe Smith sooner than we thought he would have because he boxed. I say it all the time. Sometimes the fastest way to knock a guy out is to box and not to rush it. Sometimes that's the case. Beterbiev showed that he's even more dangerous on his toes and being mobile. And the scariest thing is the post-fight. What Beterbiev said after the fight, when they asked him a question about him being mobile and being elusive, he said, I always wanted to be a good boxer. I'm trying to get better. This man is 37 years old, talking about he's trying to get better. That's why you want to talk about inspiration. This is what I'm talking about. Always improving. And this guy did a 180 on his style. All right. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to his trainer. Shout out to his team. Shout out to everybody. I did make a comment. I said Bivol doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell in beating Beterbiev. And I also said the same thing about Canelo Alvarez, who I thought would beat Beterbiev, for a while now. Not anymore. All right. And that change in Beterbiev, that bouncing on his toes, being mobile, that would be a nightmare for Canelo. The mobility, not knowing where Beterbiev is going to be exactly, with the power, with the durability, with the knowing how to close out a fight when you're hurt. He already had that, right? He already had that thing on how to break you down, good timing, when to be patient, when to be aggressive. He had that thing. Now he's being mobile. The Bivol thing, I've always thought Beterbiev would beat Bivol. If you look at the Alexander Volcic fight, Volcic, that's my guy. Love you, boy. He's a show business partner all day. But Volcic, the way, how mobile he is, the type of punches he throws. Don't forget, Alexander Volcic was trying to get Canelo prepared for Bivol. And you saw how that sparring was going. Volcic was getting his shit off on Bivol in the sparring session. On Canelo for Bivol in the sparring session. Volcic, his mobility, punch selection, fluidity of his punches and stuff like that. Then you think of a guy like Marcus Brown. What Beterbiev did to those guys. Those are just examples of what I think, how he would approach Bivol. But being mobile now to show that if Bivol is being successful one way, if Beterbiev isn't being as successful as he wants to in this Rocky Marciano way, he can switch it up. Throw a little bit of float like a butterfly, sting like a damn... Float like a butterfly, swing like a wrecking ball. He could pull one of those. Look, I'm just saying I was extremely highly impressed by Beterbiev at 37 years old. That's incredible. It looks like he's not slowing down. It looks like he's turning up. And it looks like he's the man at 175. I'm going to say this about Canelo Alvarez. It's so funny. If he looks up or looks straight across, he has nowhere really to go but danger. And I'm not sure if Canelo Alvarez wants anything but danger. But with that said, Triple G, Triple G hasn't been looking as good. He's still knocked out Murata, he still knocked him out. You see Benavidez is there. You look back up, Bivol already beat him once already. Then you look around, you see Beterbiev. There's not too many places he can go, Canelo, without a dangerous fight. Charlo would, at this point, Charlo's the cherry pick, right? Because Charlo is fighting Seleche. And who he fight? Montiel before. He just hasn't had the fights. And Bubu Andrade hasn't really had the fights. But still dangerous fighters nonetheless. Canelo's in the perfect spot to really amp his game and really be great. Like, you know, the great fighters of the past, Manny Pacquiao, Duran, Floyd Mayweather, guys like that going up in weight and doing their thing. Especially a Duran fight in the middle. Tommy Hearns going all the way up to cruiserweight, light heavyweight. Cruiserweight, yeah, I think he lost that cruiserweight, something like that. James Toney. But with that said, Beterbiev, totally amazing. Totally amazing. I'm extremely impressed. And he's definitely a pound-for-pound fighter. And he unified 3 belts. And Joe Smith, what a hard opponent. What a good fighter to look like that against. You saw Bivol versus Joe Smith. Not the same thing. I'm out. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Happy Juneteenth.